The time before exams or just 1 month before exams is such a time in every medical student's life when the student is extremely stressed no matter what. Even if he has studied a lot or if he hasn't studied at all, he is in a constant emotional turmoil as to how he'll be performing in the exam. That 1 month time will look like such a small, meager amount of time to any student because MBBS syllabus is so vast and the concept of such gigantic amount of concepts in front of his eyes will always disturb and stress him. Hi everybody, I'm Prashi Kaveri. I'm a third year medical student in BGS Global Institute of Medical Sciences, Bangalore, India. And in this video, I'll be talking about few easy and simpler ways that anyone can follow to get better grades in their exam, clear their exam and study smartly even if they have very small time frame that is just 1 month. Without any further delay, I'll get started. So I have subcategorized the entire video into 7 subtopics. If you feel like you know a topic in these, you can just skip it. If you feel like it is very important, you can rewatch it. I have left the timestamp for each of these subtopics. The first way is the mutualistic learning. As I already told you, each and every student will be in constant stress, anxiety, and they will not have a calm state of mind just because they have their exams in 1 month. A study buddy will come to your rescue in these situations. Your study buddy can be someone who has studied just as much as you have studied, or he can be someone who has studied a lot. It does not matter. The only thing that matters here is both of you motivate each other to study. You quiz each other, you question each other, you discuss with each other, conduct fun study sessions, and thus help each other and study with each other. It is mutualistic because you help your friend to study and your friend helps you to study. That's why both will be benefited from this. And once you have a study buddy and if you study along, you will get to know that you will go a lot more further than you studying alone. The second way is to build a roadmap. Now, what is a roadmap? The roadmap is just your plan. So many studies say that once you have a roadmap or a plan as to what tasks you'll be doing in a particular day, in a particular time, it will eventually increase your success rates, bring down your stress level, and help you to accomplish most of those tasks. Once you have your day pre-planned and you have all those that you're doing on a sheet of paper, you just look into it and do that work in that particular time. You will not waste any time and you will not stress on overthinking at a particular moment as to what you have to do in that particular time. Your plan can always have subjects and chapter as to which are more important and which are less important, and what topics among these you'll be covering when you're in your highest state of concentration and what you'll be studying when you're drowsy or not feeling like studying. As I already told you, a good plan will eventually help you complete most of the work. And once you finish your work, you just cut that column, that subject or that chapter, and that will give you an amazing sense of accomplishment which will make you keep going further and further. The third point is to focus on easy peasy learning. Now, easy peasy learning has 2 components. The first one is to select a simpler book, and the second one is to categorize the topics into most important and less important. Now, coming to selecting a simpler book. If you have already studied from some complex book and if you have understood it better, revised a lot of time, and if you have made your own notes, well and good, you can carry over along with it. And if you have not studied from complex books, you can always use simpler books to study during last 1 month of exams. You can use simpler books like Vishran Singh for anatomy or Shanbag for pharmacology. These books will make sure that you spend very little time studying and you have enough time to revise again and again, and you pretty much remember everything. Coming to point B of easy peasy learning, it is to categorize topics into most important and less important. Once you know all the most important topics, your aim should be to complete all those topics first. No matter if you're giving boards or entrance exams, you'll always get questions from important topics. So make sure that you finish all those important topics. During the last 1 month, if you focus on finishing important topics, you will have ample time left to revise them again and again, and you can become concrete in your concepts of most important topics. The fourth point is twice better than once. I have put this part after being inspired by one of the famous Dutch proverbs, which says that better twice remembered than once forgotten. I'll explain this to you with the help of an example. Just imagine that you have 3 subjects in first year, and the subjects are A, B and C, and you have just 1 month to finish to revise all these subjects. Now what do most of the students do? They give 10 days for first subject, 10 days for second and 10 days for the third subject. And in the process, when they give 10 days for one subject, they'll become tired and exhausted by studying the same subject again and again for 10 days. Instead, if I had to choose and make a plan out of these, I would give 2 or 3 revisions in that 1 month. Now how would I give 2 or 3 revisions? I'll explain it with 3 revisions. I would give 3 days to subject A, 3 for B and 3 for C. And because I'd be tired with studying on 9 days, I'll take a break on 10th day. It'll be a no study day, I'll just go out and chill. Now you might be thinking 3 days is a very small time and one cannot read. Yeah, I know that one cannot read. But because 3 days is such a small time, I'll try to focus and I'll try hard to read and finish as much as I can in those 3 days. And if I've finished even 50% or 70%, 50 to 70% is an attainable goal. After I finish it, after 3 days, I'll stop and start with subject B on the 4th day. And 10 days will go by, and on the 11th day, when I start reading subject A again, because I'd have already read it once, I can read it a little faster this time, and I'll be able to cover like 75 to 80% of the portions this time. And on 21st day, when I try reading it again, I'll read it even more fast, and I'll be able to finish 80 to 90 or even 100% of the syllabus. Now why this is better? It is better because in that given time frame of 1 month, I'll be revising 2 or 3 times compared to so many students who will be revising just once. Better thrice than once. And this principle also involves a technique of spaced repetition. So it will be more easier for me to remember and retain information for a much longer period of time. The 5th point is see it, speak it and hear it. You can always use videos for all those topics that are harder for you and which are very hard to understand. When you're using videos, you're using your eyes, and whenever you're very tired and are not in mood to study, you can always try to read your text aloud. This way you're using your mouth, and when you're hearing, you're actively using your ears. As said by so many scientists, when you're simultaneously using all these 3 special senses, the eyes, the mouth and the ears, you create an effect which is called as a productive effect. Now what is productive effect? Productive effect is nothing but increasing your productivity by using all the 3 main sense organs. You'll be able to remember better, retain better and do much well in your exams compared to so many other people who use one sense at a time to study. So see it, speak it and hear it. The 6th point is to go old school. You just use your pen and paper. This method is a method of taking notes. Now by taking notes, I mean concise and small notes with small words from which you'll be able to make up the entire story. If you're just jotting down all the lines that are there in your textbook or a video, it is of no help at all. Instead, if your notes is very concise, just with some words, you can read and repeat and revise again and again, and just by using these words, you can make the entire story. So it is just like an active recall. And making notes will always give you a practice of writing so that you can easily write your papers. The art of making notes comes with lot of plus points. They include practice for exam. They give you a lot of words so that you can build up a story. You can effectively manage your time in the exam. It is like an active recall. The uses of making qualitative notes are innumerable. The last point is quizzing to your rescue. You can always quiz yourself. If you have a study buddy, you can quiz each other, question each other, and you can take lots of practice tests just before the exams. When you do all these, it will let you know as to how much you have actually learnt. And it is proved that quizzing or questioning yourself and trying to answer all that you know is one of the important ways of active memory retention. You can always take practice tests and ask one of your friends to correct it. If you don't know the answer at the moment, it is completely okay. You can go back, read about it, refer things about it, come back. Your ultimate aim should be to do well in your final exams. All these are the smaller steps which you try to accomplish so that your goal is reached finally. Apart from all these ways, so many other things for your rescue are keeping yourself calm, not getting panic attacks, do not take stress, find a good study buddy, make a proper plan, try to follow your plan, discuss with others, etc. When you discuss with your friends, it is always like a win-win situation. Both will be equally benefited. And one more thing is to make your paper look as beautiful as it can. Put lots of flowcharts and images and make it very presentable so that you can get very good grades in your exams. I have made so many other useful videos like how to read from big books and remember, how to get distinctions and how to not flunk in exams, the best study strategies with 100% efficacy. I suggest you to watch even those videos. I'll leave the link of all those videos in the description box below. All those videos are equally effective. I hope you follow all these ways and clear your exams with flying colors. Now, if you have watched this video till now and if you have found the video useful, please hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell icon, and share my video with your friends who are interested in content like this. I'll be coming up with so many other videos which are of importance to students. So stay tuned to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.